Hi, welcome to New Era Moms. We are a weekly web show where we talk about real issues we face as working moms and mom entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about different views, maybe debate, chat about it, and help one another overcome common issues we all share. My name's Valeska Jacques. I'm the co-founder of Rivvid Video Trivia Games. We allow you for free to come in and use our platform to gamify any video you have. We also have today with us Shira Dato, Stella Reed, and Jay Jiggins. Today we're going to talk about fitness. And the question is, how do you incorporate fitness into your mommy schedule? Stella, you tell us your story first.
Hi, I'm Stella Reed. I'm a wife, I'm a mother to a 15-month-old baby boy and a stepmom to a 21-year-old boy. I'm working, I'm also a mom entrepreneur. I used to be on a crazy TV show called Nanny 911. I've now taken what I did on the show and transposed that into my business life. I'm a parent coach. I work with people all over Los Angeles, and I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Tell me your story, Shira.
Hi, I'm Shira Adato. I am a mom entrepreneur in Redondo Beach, California. I have a 10-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy. And I'm also an independent promoter for the Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge. We are a really unique platform to help people challenge themselves to any kind of health, fitness, weight loss goal 90 days at a time.
Excellent, excellent. Jay.
Hi there, I'm Jay Jiggins. I'm co-owner of Iron Flower Fitness, and we are a fitness studio currently based in Miami, looking to branch out all over the States. But we are aimed at women, only women, and we invite women to come in and get fit, get healthy, have some fun, and we're more like a social club as well as a fitness studio. So we've taken all the clinicalness out of fitness and made it very baroque and beautiful with chandeliers, so the area is nice and comfortable and you get in the best shape of your life.
Love it, love it. So we want to start first with Stella and hearing what's her schedule like and how she's incorporating fitness into her schedule or not.
Valeska decided to throw me under the bus today because I'm the person who does the least exercise of anybody she knows. Basically, I'm really excited that we've got Jay today and Shira because I feel like I should move them into my house like I used to go to people's houses so they can get me in shape. You know, full candor, all honesty, health, getting fit has not been a priority for me, and it really needs to be. I work nights a lot, so sometimes I come home in the morning and I sleep while my son's with my mum or my sister, and then the rest of the day is predominantly spent with him. I haven't done any exercise in a long time. I used to walk a lot, even if I didn't get to the gym. So really, I think I'd be a good case study for both you guys, you know, because I know I need to make appointments with myself. I know I need to execute this. I just need a proverbial kick up the butt to do it.
I think the key point is finding something that works for you, and everybody's different. Some people like to go to classes, some people like to go to gyms, some people love the outdoors, and the important thing is to keep moving. Now, of course, that's not always easy when you have a baby in tow or some young toddlers running around. But if you can do stuff that incorporate the children, like there are even some exercises we have mothers do where they're holding the baby and actually just lifting the baby in and out from their chest is a chest press. Holding your baby, you're bonding at the same time and you're working on your chest. You know, holding the baby up and over the head. It's amazing. You're talking a few pounds.
For me, after I gave birth, it was C-section, so it was, first of all, healing from that process, and then, you know, when you're nursing and waking up every 3 hours, that also became difficult because you just want to sleep, and the last thing on your mind is wanting to do something physical. That I know when I exercise, I get extremely tired, and as far as adjusting my diet, also so that I don't feel as tired, was another personal challenge for me. So it wasn't very motivating pretty much to jump into something so physical when already having a newborn baby was physical in itself.
Something I could just do a couple of times a week right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to take you one step backwards, actually, because you touched on something really important before when you said, I don't make it a priority. So the first thing you need to do is a mindset shift. It's not what you're about to do. It's a mindset shift. You are where you are today because of the habits you've created, good or bad. So if you're a person that's out of shape or overweight, that's because of the habits you've created. If you want to create the habits of a fit person, then you have to make that a priority. You have to know that that's something that you're going to schedule into your calendar. Like, for example, if you had a doctor's appointment scheduled into your calendar, you would not blow it off. You would not show up because there would be a price to pay, right? What is that price? Maybe it's $75. So you have to think to yourself, what is the price I'm going to pay if I don't do this, if I don't exercise? You know, what is your why? Do you want to get in better shape so you can be a better example for your kids? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to have more energy? Whatever it is, you've got to figure out that why and stay plugged into that why every single day so that you do make it a priority.
Love it.
I can do that. Priority.
I'm very good at keeping my meetings, keeping my appointments. So I figured, well, let me throw that into the mix. That dynamic of scheduling an appointment with a girlfriend to go out and hike. So we established a routine that every Friday morning after we drop our kids off at school, we'll go hike.
The social aspect is so key, and that's why we do have a lot of mothers get together, and it's like their day out. We have mothers that come to here to our morning Zumba class, and Zumba, I don't know if you know about the phenomenon, but it's like a party. It's high energy music, there's flashing lights going on here every day, and our moms tell us it's like going to a nightclub. It's now their nightclub at 9 a.m. on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, and it actually gives you that social aspect. You're getting fit, you're having a lot of fun. So it doesn't matter what works for you, but trying to find something that fits your schedule, and if it's got that social aspect to it, you're going to stick it and actually have a lot of fun doing it, and it's actually your relief from the family as well as, you know, getting your exercise on.
Here's what I would say about accountability. There's no better accountability than going public with your goal. We live in an era of social media where everyone can follow your life and follow your journey. If you state your goal, and by the way, make your goal very specific. Your goal is not just, I'm going to lose weight. You want to set a pound goal, and you want to set a date by which you want to achieve it, and then you want to go public with your goal. You want to get your family and your friends on board to support you, and the second you go public, you're accountable. You know, the problem with those apps is that you're the only one who sees it. So you really want to just take people on your journey with you and share it in your social media.
Is there any apps that you can recommend maybe that like helps you like to count calories? I've seen some of those.
There's one called Lose It, L-O-S-E-I-T, Lose It. That's very good. It lets you put in everything you've eaten. Everything has a calorific value. Lets you put in the different exercises, and as you put in the different exercise, it gives you an approximate amount of calories you burn depending on the amount of time you do the exercise for. So that's one that I recommend, Lose It. What we say for all of them is to develop a diary. Actually get yourself a journal. Write down your eating habits and your exercise habits. So you're making a commitment to yourself. You're saying, I'm going at this time every day, or whichever day of the week it is, to a class, to the gym, to the park. But once you've written it down, the contract you're breaking is with yourself. So you have to hold yourself accountable, but then you have to go back over it the next day and write, yes, I did this, or no, I didn't, and this is why, and this is what I did instead. But holding yourself accountable is really, once you've got it written down, it gives you the reason to actually turn up and do the exercise. Otherwise, if it's in our head, it's easy to just blow off. But looking at it again in paper makes you go, oh, I messed up yesterday, let me get back on track today.
I was very attracted to with Jay's gym, with Iron Flower Fitness, and I'm here in Studio City, so there's one around the corner here called Cardio Bar that's pole dancing. So it's like, cool, you know, you get to improve your sexy moves, and then, you know, and then actually learn the routine that you can actually put into practice. I mean, what better way than, how can that not motivate you, you know? It's really hard, too.
It's a great point as well, Vanessa. I find that in today's day and age, and part of the reason we opened Iron Flower Fitness is because women, we're having to deal with jobs, with children, we're competing in a man's world, we're losing jobs, losing houses, and our self-esteem is taking a big knock. But we're having to be very, very strong in this world. So strong is great. But we want to stay in touch with our feminine side, because if we lose that, then we might as well all be men. You know, so here at Iron Flower, you have the opportunity to one day be doing something like a boot camp with you, and then another day you're doing a sexy chair dance routine, where you're still exercising, and boy, let me tell you, it's still a workout, but you're tapping into a side of you, it's just about you, and it's unintimidating, the lights are dark, it's all about you, but you're learning something new. It's very sexy, very sensual, but a workout, and then you get to take it home and actually use it if you so desire. So,
exactly. I love it.
so everyone wins.
I get up earlier than the kids and just knock it out first thing in the morning. If it's going for that hike or going to, you know, doing my insanity workout or just even going to boot camp at 5:30 in the morning, then I knew that I got it done, and then the rest of the day was open, because I found myself when I try to do it later in the evening, there was always an excuse to push it off. So I think if anyone is struggling, okay, I just can't seem to get started. It's really finding that time. Okay, this is where I'm gonna stick to, and just stick to that. I have a friend, I remember when I was like, oh, let's get together after work and, for happy hour, if it was for dinner or whatever. And he was always like, no, it has to be at 7 o'clock, because the minute I get out of work, I go straight to the gym, and there's no stopping me as I'm getting there. So I'm like, okay. But it was interesting, that commitment. Like right after work, he immediately does his workout, and then he'll come and socialize. And if it started at 6, too bad. He won't get there till 8 because he needed to get his exercise in. So that's just one tip that I can think of to close out for today.
Another is get very hung up, women in general get very hung up on weight loss. And actually muscle weighs much more than fat. So often your weight will not change, or it can actually go up. And you're looking better than you've ever looked. You're fitting into clothes that you haven't fitted into for a long, long time, but your weight is higher. That's nothing. I don't want women to get very hung up on weight as such. It's tone and how the body looks. Because as I say, if muscle weighs more than fat and you're converting muscle to fat to muscle, of course you're going to actually either stay the same or even put on weight. So really, mum should be more concerned with how they're fitting into clothes and how they're feeling than the weight that the scale represents.
Do you ever recommend to... Sorry, Valeska, go ahead.
No, I was just that she was talking about muscle mass, and it just reminded me right away. I remember right before I got pregnant with my second son, I got to the point, like, forget it, I'm just going to hire a personal trainer. And I remember she asked me, what's your goal? How much do you want to lose? I go, honestly, I'm not going to base my success on how much I lost. I don't care about how much weight I'm losing. I really just care how I look. So that just reminded me, that just clicked when you said that, Jay.
And it's great that you realize that. So many women don't, and they get really upset if they're a pound over. But as I say, when they're telling us at the same time they're fitting into clothes sizes 2 times smaller, there it is. That's the.
That's when you know it's working. Yeah, that's motivating. I mean, to be able to fit back in your clothes, definitely.
And it's not all just physical. The feeling you have about yourself, that's something that you've achieved. Exercise is one of the few things in life that we kind of have some control over, our body. We put the effort in, and we straight away start to see some results as long as we're putting the effort in. So that's a really good feeling. I mean, I know being a mom, we've got so many things to deal with that often you kind of lose the why in everything you're doing. But this is one of those moments that's really about you. You're doing something for yourself, and you've accomplished something. You can feel good about it. You've achieved something. I think that's really important too.
Yes, that's definitely a good point.
That's a great point. It goes back to the goal setting, the specific goal setting point I made earlier. So when you do set a goal and you do set a date and you do achieve it, reward yourself. Find something that you really want. Find a great new pair of skinny jeans, or a night out with the girlfriends, or whatever it is. Give yourself a reward. Set small incremental goals so that you can feel that success, feel what it feels like to achieve the goal, and then keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's
I'd want to reward myself with a big fat cream cake.
The funny thing is, though, that's the good thing about building habits. Even if you change your eating habits, once you start eating better, and of course it takes a little while, after a while you no longer want to eat the bad food, because you conditioned your body to actually start to like things. They say something about with taste. If you eat something 6 times, by the 6th time you can go from hating it to actually quite enjoying it. If you keep on like that, your body starts to change and only wants the good stuff. But it's just sticking with it. And I always find what works when it comes to nutrition is that if you stay give yourself 6 days of eating really well and 1 day as your cheat day. After a while, by the time you get to your 7th day, you've eaten so well, you've done so great, you actually don't want to cheat anyway. But by allowing yourself that day, it keeps you on track, and you've got a goal to, I've only got 3 more days and I can do what I want. And then by the time that comes, you actually usually don't want to eat badly anyway.
That's a good point. Two things, because I love chocolate chip cookies, so that's my weakness. And definitely, I was thinking that would be a good little treat for a cheat day. Someone's gonna go out and have a cocktail with girlfriends or whatever. Is that considered their cheat day? Like, I don't know. I'm just opening it up as far as what have you seen. I've noticed sometimes, for example, like they get soda instead of cranberry or something like that. Like they switch out like their recipes whenever they go out for a cocktail.
Absolutely. I mean, we all have different things. You like chocolate chip cookies, another person might like chocolate chip brownies, another person a burger, whatever their thing is. They're trying to eat clean for 6 days, and whatever that represents to them, if that means no soda, no burgers, no chocolate chip cookies, whatever that is, on the cheat day, the thing they really like, they're going to allow themselves to have. And as I say, usually it's 1 or 2 bites, and you're like, you know what, it was good, I'm glad I had it, but I put in so much work for 6 days, I don't even want it,
Yeah. That's true.
Somebody once told me there's nothing tastes as good. I think it was as being thin, but I think I'll change that to as being healthy.
Yeah.
Nothing tastes as good as being healthy.
Yeah, because it's
if
not
you
just
can visualize yourself overcoming those obstacles, like for me, I set myself up to succeed by knowing that those obstacles are going to be there today. At 5, when I'm clearing the kids' plates for dinner, I can visualize myself not finishing the macaroni and cheese on their plate, because I know it's going to feel better to feel healthy than to actually take those few bites of macaroni and cheese. I visualize it. I anticipate the obstacles that are going to come my way and prepare for them.
And if you just take the moment to waste
I have a bad habit, and it's funny, I learned it from my mom. I remember seeing her do it too. I hate throwing away food, and I just have this habit where if the kids didn't eat theirs, then I'll eat it so that I'm not throwing away the food. But that's terrible, because now I'm just adding more calories to myself. So I just have to maybe just get in the habit of just storing it up and then, keeping it for the next day or something as a leftover. But it's interesting how you're saying with the visualization and making sure that doesn't happen. That also brings to the next point. I'm very big on that, like visualizing success. So it's definitely getting into that mindset again of visualizing yourself, eating healthy or whatever, exercising, again, making that shift. So I like that a lot, that you're bringing that, that spiritual element to it as well.
Yeah, and if you do mess up, move on. Don't beat yourself up about it. We all, no one is perfect.
Sure.
We're good enough. We're good enough, and just move forward.